Mercedes has just released the EQE SUV. This is going to be available in the 500 4Matic trim, and that is your top spec EQE. It looks sensuous, it looks stunning, it is an SUV, it is electric, and if you look at the stance that it has, it is something that will win you over. When it rolled out today, I think the audience just sort of went silent with the way that the car looked. They're just like, wow. I mean, there was this sort of, in hushed tones, you could hear everybody saying, oh my God, this thing just looks so futuristic, so classy, so elegant. And yet it has that poise that is going to win you over with a rather sporty touch to it as well. Now, before I get into other details, number one thing that people spoke about was ground clearance. And while Mercedes has not told us what the ground clearance was or is, I can tell you one thing about it. It's got a ride height adjust and you can raise it by 25 mm. Now with that, you can get over just about any bump. So in fact, if you look right now, it is a bit raised. So there's more than enough over here to deal with the rough stuff. It is an all-wheel drive. So if you want, you could actually take the EQE on a drive down a rough road, do a little bit of off-roading if you've got the heart for it. I mean, you're looking at a vehicle here that's been launched today at 1.39 crores. So while that number is a big number, when you look at what you're getting and as a package and as a Mercedes, it is actually exceptional value for money. So apart from this futuristic design, the styling, everything that you get with the EQE 500 4Matic, you know, even this real light, all of this stuff, what you also get is a ton load of tech. But before I hop inside, which I'm going to be doing really quickly, I'll just talk about a few design elements. So you've got flush door handles. They just pop out just like that, very neat. And of course, it's riding on these beautiful alloys that are obviously designed for being rather fuel efficient as well as improving efficiency, cutting the air really well. And we're looking at a tire size that is R20. So it's 255/45 R20. That's the size of the wheel that you get over here. And it is something that brings out the elegance of the EQE SUV rather well. Moving on to the side, you've got this little thing over here. This is where you can actually put in your wiper fluid and stuff like that. And up front, you've got the entire blacked out, really neat finish, the large looking logo over there, and as you can see, the logo motif carries through and through. It reflects a lot. You can actually see me over there, that's me waving. So you can see that it does reflect a lot, but it looks absolutely stunning from the front. Lights are brilliant, attention to detail is phenomenal, and what you get with this is a rather stylish vehicle that's really gonna turn heads wherever it goes. I love this badging over here. EQE tells you what you got. And now let's get to the good stuff. So we showed this to you on the EQS, which was the 56-inch complete, digital sort of dashboard. So you got 3 screens. You've got the driver cluster over here. You've got your main module over here, and then the front passenger also gets their own screen. They can actually watch their videos, connect to headphones separately, do a plethora of things that they want on that screen, and it is absolutely stunning to have this. You're in a car that looks like a spaceship. I think everything about it screams quality. The EQE is a rather bold looking vehicle, and the inside trim, all of this, the lighting, you can look at that, is just so fantastic. Even over here, you look at the center console, you've got this beautiful, aluminum inserts in wood with the Mercedes logo. Looks so awesome. I think that this is a fantastic touch to this car, and it really brings out that opulence and elegance. Now, an E-Series vehicle for Mercedes is actually something that is very important, because while the S-Class is the best car in the world, you've got the E-Class, which is the car that does brilliant numbers for them globally. And being an E means something. And I think that when you carry it over to the electric age, and the EQE as an SUV is just something that brings out that elegance, that opulence. It's feature rich, it's loaded with stuff. You've got the Burmester sound system, you've got all of that happening for you. A nice, huge panoramic sunroof. And the best part is that you get oodles of space on board. So even up front, obviously you can see very opulent, really well-crafted seats. They've got a massage function as well. So you're getting all of that going for you. And you got this nice cockpit style sort of setup. Looks brilliant. And at the rear, because of the way that they've been able to do their space allocation, you get a ton of space at the rear. This is one Mercedes car where even tall people will not complain about leg space. I'm 6'2". The driver's seat was where I would keep it if I was driving, and now look at that. I mean, my knees aren't even touching the seat. That's how much space I've got. There's ample headroom. It's really comfortable. It is a vehicle for 4 adults in the truest of sense, and I don't think Mercedes would have a problem with me saying that either. But the space allocation, the cabin, the fit, the finish, everything about it just screams quality. And of course, for me, being a tall guy, this has impressed me the most, that even if someone as tall as me was driving, my knees would be so far away. I mean, I've got this much space from me to the seat. And that is fantastic news. You know, I think if I had the money just for that one reason, I would buy an EQE. Moving on, you've got a nice large boot as well. So just popping that open, there's a lot of stuff in here. This is a press car, so charging cables and stuff and all that. But you can see that it can take in enough luggage for a neat road trip if you have to. And it's got ample storage in that sense. So really nothing to complain about in terms of boot space. Again, features include just a easy tailgate, which is brilliant. But speaking about road trips, speaking about driving, speaking about all of that stuff, what do you get under this hood that you can't open? Well, for starters, it comes with a 90 kilowatt hour battery pack. It can do 300 kilowatt in terms of power. So that translates to about 400 plus bhp. You got 858 Newton meters of torque, which is just simply outstanding. It can do 0 to 100 in 4.9 seconds, and it's got a top speed of 210 kilometers to the hour. Topping it off with that battery pack, with everything, it's got a range of 550 kilometers on a single charge. So it is a vehicle that you will take out on a long road trip. It is a vehicle that you can really enjoy a lot with. As mentioned earlier, you do get all-wheel drive. It's also got that really cool function that we saw on the GLC where you can get an invisible bonnet. So thanks to camera technology and everything, on the screen inside, you can actually see through the bonnet and see if there's an obstacle underneath. And that helps when you're dealing with off-roading especially. But it can help if you're navigating the urban jungle as well. So that's a lot of stuff over there. I will be driving the EQE SUV very soon. I'm actually going to be driving it in a beautiful location in India. I'm going to leave that as a surprise, but that video will be out very soon, and I can't wait to get my hands on this. This was just the launch. The price is 1.39 crores. It is out in the market, and it is a stunning looking machine. I hope you liked this video, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Do write in if you've got any questions about the EQE, there's something you want to know. I am going to get my hands on it rather soon, so I can answer those questions at that time. And I do look forward to hearing back from every one of you. My promise to everyone who watches MotorScribes is I answer every question that comes into the channel. So make a point to write in. I do look forward to hearing what you guys have to say.